I've spent the last 3 years learning Unreal Engine, and this is how I started. So the last few years I've been learning Unreal Engine. I feel like I've made quite a lot of progress recently, and I wanted to revisit and recap on the journey and the process that I've went through. So it all started with when I saw Rebirth, which is a cinematic masterpiece made on Unreal Engine 4, and I was absolutely blown away when I saw it. I think the quality is amazing. Look at it, it's brilliant. I was amazed by the cinematic quality that you could achieve through real-time rendering. So at the time, I wasn't new to CGI. I'd been learning Blender for a couple of years by that point. So I knew how to create models, I know how to do textures, I know how to put scenes together and animate. I remember thinking, I can do that. No, I couldn't. And it was decided I had to learn Unreal Engine. So I downloaded what at the time was the latest version, which was 4.27, and got to work. I found a YouTube masterclass which ran through how they created Rebirth. So I thought, I've been using Blender for a couple of years now, it'll be no problem, right? Well, I opened the masterclass and the first step was using your landscape material, and then they carried on, and I was like, what's a landscape material? I had to sort of change my plan a bit. I had to start a bit more fundamentally, so I decided to start from the basics. I found a tutorial, a beginner one, that ran through the basics. Once I completed that, I moved on to the landscape series, which ran through not only how to set up the material, but ensure it could blend into the landscape properly. And after that, I thought, alright, I'm ready to progress. Following that, I was eager to get back to the Rebirth masterclass, so I went to Quixel, got some Icelandic materials and applied them, and next were the rocks. In Blender, you can use particle systems where you sort of spawn meshes across another mesh as instances, and I was like, alright, I'll try and do something like that. And I don't know exactly what I did. I think I used 8K texture Quixel, highest resolution, Megascan assets, and populated it across the entire 8K terrain or something ridiculous, and it was unbelievably laggy, and I realised I actually don't know what I'm doing and I need to start learning from a more of a beginner's viewpoint, because I think I bit off more than I could chew. But there was one key problem in terms of this, and that was all the tutorials I found online that were dealing with cinematic and rendering and animations. They were more catered towards the experienced users. As a beginner, all the tutorials for that point seemed to sort of cater more towards the game designer development kind of stuff, and I was like, I don't want to learn video games, or so I thought. So I really wanted to learn Unreal Engine, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I decided to actually go for the video game tutorials to try and cover, because obviously I wanted to learn it and learn it properly, not trying to jump fully in. So I found sort of beginner game development tutorials, just trying to actually understand the engine and how to work in it. As I started getting into it and doing more, I realised I absolutely loved it. It featured everything that I liked doing. It had animation, it had scene composition, it had storytelling, it had problem solving, it had, I was just, this is absolutely great. And I'm always one of those people who sort of jumps from project to project to project, doesn't know what to do. And I felt in Unreal Engine you can do all the different things and it's still driving towards one final goal, and I felt this is what I need to do. So that's how I started learning Unreal Engine. Bye!